Welcome, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Today we're going to dive into something that may not always be top of mind, but it has a huge impact on how we feel each and every day: our bedtime habits. Now, I know you might be thinking, getting older. Why should I worry about my bedtime routine? Well, let me tell you, understanding how your nightly habits affect your health is more important than ever, especially after 70. As we age, our bodies go through a number of changes that can affect how we sleep, how we recover, and how we feel the next day. Getting a good night's rest might seem simple, but in reality, the way we prepare for sleep can either make or break our health. And trust me, poor bedtime habits don't just make us feel groggy the next day. They can quietly affect everything, from our heart health to our memory, and even our emotional well-being. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 4 bedtime habits that are silently destroying seniors' health after 70. You may not even realize these habits are affecting you, but once you know, you will be empowered to make simple changes for a much better night's rest and a healthier, more vibrant life. Before we dive into the first habit, I want to know something from you. How's your sleep been lately? Drop a comment below, share your thoughts, and let's see how many of us have been struggling with similar bedtime challenges. I'm here to help, and your feedback means the world to me. Now, let's jump right into it. The first bedtime habit I want to talk about is one that so many of us unknowingly fall victim to: poor sleep hygiene. The first bedtime habit: poor sleep hygiene. When we talk about sleep hygiene, we're referring to the habits and routines that set the stage for a good night's sleep. This isn't just about having a clean, comfortable bed, though that certainly helps. It's about the little things we do, or don't do, before we hit the hay that directly affect how well we sleep. As we age, our sleep patterns naturally change. We might not fall asleep as quickly, or we wake up more often throughout the night. These disruptions can make us feel tired during the day, but poor sleep hygiene can make these problems even worse. For example, do you ever find yourself tossing and turning, struggling to get comfortable, or waking up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? If that's been happening, poor sleep hygiene might be to blame. One of the main culprits is irregular sleep times. It's easy to fall into a routine where we go to bed at different times every night, but this inconsistency confuses your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm. And as we get older, this rhythm tends to slow down, making it harder to feel sleepy at the right time. That's why sticking to a regular bedtime and wake-up time is one of the best things you can do for your health. Another sleep hygiene problem many seniors face is the lack of a wind-down routine. We've all been there, rushing through the day, maybe watching TV or scrolling through our phones, and suddenly it's bedtime, and we're wide awake. The problem is, when we're busy, especially right before bed, our brains don't get the signal to slow down. This makes it harder to transition into deep, restorative sleep. So, what can you do to improve your sleep hygiene? Start by creating a relaxing bedtime routine. This could be something simple like reading a book, listening to calming music, or even practicing some light stretching or deep breathing exercises. This helps signal to your body that it's time to wind down, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Another great tip is to avoid caffeine or heavy meals close to bedtime. These can cause disruptions in your sleep cycle, making it more difficult to achieve deep, restorative sleep. Instead, opt for a light snack, something like a small handful of almonds or a warm cup of herbal tea, which can actually help promote relaxation. By improving your sleep hygiene, you'll be doing your body a huge favor, and it can have a big impact on your overall health, especially as you age. The second bedtime habit: screen time before bed now, Here's a habit that most of us are guilty of: using screens before bed. Whether it's watching TV, scrolling through social media, or checking emails on your phone, screen time before bed is another bedtime habit that can silently destroy your health. You may not realize it, but the light emitted from our phones, tablets, and TVs can actually interfere with your sleep quality. This is due to something called blue light, short wavelength light that suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. When melatonin levels drop, it becomes harder to fall asleep and stay asleep, which can lead to sleep deprivation and its long list of negative effects on your health. For seniors, poor sleep is linked to a variety of issues, including increased risk of heart disease, weakened immune function, and even cognitive decline. So, when we expose ourselves to blue light late at night, we're not just hurting our sleep, we're also putting our long-term health at risk. But don't worry, there are simple steps you can take to reduce the impact of screen time on your sleep. One of the easiest solutions is to set a screen curfew for yourself, turning off all devices at least 30 minutes to an hour before bed. I know, it can be tempting to catch up on the latest episode of your favorite show or scroll through social media, but trust me, your body will thank you in the morning. If you absolutely need to use your devices, consider using blue light blocking, glasses, or installing apps that filter out blue light from your screens. Some devices even have night mode settings that reduce the intensity of blue light automatically in the evening. If you're not into tech solutions, you can simply try to replace your screen time with a more relaxing activity, like reading a book, doing some light stretching, or even meditating. These activities not only help you unwind, but they can also promote better sleep by calming your mind and body. So, if you've been struggling with sleep and you're a frequent late-night screen user, try cutting back on screen time before bed. It might take a little adjustment, but the results will be worth it. Trust me. Now that we've talked about poor sleep hygiene and the impact of screen time on your sleep quality, we've covered two powerful habits that are likely affecting your health. But don't go anywhere yet. There's more to come. In the next section, we'll dive into more bedtime habits that might be sneaking up on you and silently wreaking havoc on your health. Stick around, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Your best sleep is just around the corner. My modern and unstoppable seniors. By now, you've already learned about some of the bedtime habits that could be quietly affecting your health. Things like poor sleep hygiene and late-night screen time. But don't worry, we're just getting started. In this next section, we're going to explore two more powerful habits that could be undermining your sleep and overall well-being: late-night caffeine or heavy meals and irregular sleep schedules. These are habits that many seniors don't realize are disrupting their rest and health. So, let's dive right in and uncover how you can make simple changes to reclaim your sleep. The third bedtime habit: consuming caffeine or heavy meals. Late in the evening, we all know how hard it can be to resist that late-night cup of coffee or a snack before bed. After all, it's comforting, right? But did you know that caffeine and heavy meals late in the evening can cause serious sleep disruptions, especially for seniors? Caffeine is a well-known stimulant that keeps us awake. But as we age, our bodies process caffeine differently. As we get older, our ability to metabolize caffeine slows down, meaning it stays in our system longer than it used to. So, if you're drinking coffee, tea, or even soft drinks in the late afternoon or evening, it can stay in your system for hours, making it much harder for you to fall asleep. But it's not just about caffeine. Eating heavy meals close to bedtime can also interfere with your sleep. When we eat large meals, our bodies need to work hard to digest all that food, and this can cause discomfort, acid reflux, or even indigestion, which keeps us awake. And if your body is busy digesting, it can't focus on the restorative processes that happen during sleep. So, what can you do about it? The simple solution is to avoid caffeine and large meals in the evening. Aim to stop consuming caffeine at least 6 hours before bedtime, and try to have your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you hit the pillow. If you need a snack before bed, go for something light and easy to digest, like a small handful of nuts, a banana, or a warm cup of herbal tea. These are much gentler on your body and can even promote relaxation. A little planning during the day can make a big difference in how well you sleep at night. By cutting back on caffeine and eating lighter meals in the evening, you'll help your body transition into sleep more smoothly and wake up feeling more rested and refreshed. The fourth bedtime habit: irregular sleep schedules and their disruption of the body's internal clock. We've all heard the advice about getting a good night's sleep, but did you know that it's not just about the quality of sleep? It's also about when you sleep. Irregular sleep schedules can mess with your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, and this is especially important for seniors. Your circadian rhythm is like a built-in clock that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. It helps your body know when it's time to wake up, eat, be active, and, of course, when it's time to sleep. But if you're going to bed at different times every night, or waking up at all sorts of unpredictable hours, you confuse this natural rhythm. For seniors, a disrupted circadian rhythm can lead to problems like insomnia, feeling overly tired during the day, and difficulty waking up in the morning. It can also affect your mood, making you feel irritable or even depressed. And the more irregular your sleep schedule, the harder it becomes to restore that internal clock. To get your circadian rhythm back on track, consistency is key. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. I know it's tempting to sleep in or stay up late occasionally, but sticking to a regular sleep schedule will help train your body to feel sleepy at the right times. Creating a consistent routine also means preparing your mind and body for sleep at the same time every night. This could be a calming bedtime ritual, like dimming the lights, doing some light stretches, or listening to relaxing music. The more you follow a routine, the more your body will respond to the signals that it's time for sleep. When you stick to a regular sleep schedule, you're giving your body the best chance to achieve deep, restorative sleep. And when you're well rested, you'll have more energy during the day, better mood regulation, and an overall improved sense of well-being. Supporting evidence: the worldwide recognition of the importance of sleep routine for seniors. You might be wondering, does science back all of this up? Absolutely. Worldwide, experts have recognized the importance of good sleep hygiene and a consistent sleep routine, especially for seniors. Research has shown that seniors who maintain regular sleep schedules have better sleep quality, lower rates of depression, and a reduced risk of chronic health conditions like heart disease and diabetes. For instance, studies have found that seniors with irregular sleep patterns are more likely to experience cognitive decline, including memory issues and even dementia. But when seniors establish a stable sleep schedule, their brain health improves and they experience fewer cognitive problems. The National Sleep Foundation also emphasizes the importance of a consistent sleep routine for seniors, noting that a regular bedtime and wake-up time helps keep the body's circadian rhythm in sync. This leads to better quality sleep, which has wide-ranging benefits for both mental and physical health. So, while it may feel like just a small change to go to bed at the same time each night, or avoid that late-night snack, these seemingly minor adjustments can have a major positive impact on your overall health. By adopting good sleep hygiene and sticking to a consistent routine, you're making a huge investment in your future health and happiness. Now that you've learned about the impact of caffeine, heavy meals, and irregular sleep schedules, I hope You're starting to realize how simple changes can lead to a dramatic improvement in your sleep and health. The good news is that all of these habits are within your control, and making even small adjustments can lead to huge benefits. But don't go anywhere just yet. In the final section, we'll explore the last set of tips to help you create the uplift, best bedtime habits possible. You'll leave this video armed with all the tools you need to sleep better, feel better, and improve your overall health. Stay tuned, and let's get ready to embrace positive change. My modern and unstoppable seniors. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, and you should now have a solid understanding of how certain bedtime habits could be affecting your sleep and health. From poor sleep hygiene and screen time before bed to late-night caffeine and irregular sleep schedules, these small but powerful habits have a big impact on your well-being. But don't worry, there's always room for improvement, and you're taking the right steps toward better sleep and health. In this final section, we'll recap the 4 key habits we've discussed and dive into one final, powerful bonus tip that could make a world of difference in your sleep quality. Then, we'll wrap things up with a motivational conclusion to help you feel inspired to put these tips into practice for a better, healthier life. So, let's get started. Recap of the 4 bedtime habits. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's quickly review the 4 habits we've explored. Poor sleep hygiene. It's easy to overlook the simple aspects of creating a calm, sleep-friendly environment, like keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. These small steps can make a huge difference in the quality of your rest. Screen time. Before bed, the blue light from screens interferes with your natural sleep cycle by disrupting melatonin production. A good rule of thumb is to stop using screens at least an hour before bed. Instead, try reading a book, listening to soothing music, or practicing relaxation techniques. Caffeine and heavy meals. Late in the evening, caffeine stays in your system longer as you age, and large meals can disrupt your digestion, making it harder to fall asleep. By cutting back on these habits in the evening, you can enjoy better, more restful sleep. Irregular sleep schedules. Your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, thrives on consistency. By going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, you can help your body regulate sleep and wake cycles, which will improve the quality of your rest and boost your overall health. These are the 4 habits we've discussed so far, and by becoming more mindful of them, you're already on the path to better sleep. But I promised you a bonus tip, and I'm excited to share it with you now. Final tip, a simple yet powerful method to improve sleep quality. Now, here's a little-known but incredibly powerful tip that can significantly improve your sleep quality. The power of relaxation before bed. Many people don't realize how much stress and anxiety affect their ability to fall asleep. As we get older, we may experience more physical discomfort or worries that make it harder to unwind at night. However, taking just a few minutes before bed to relax and clear your mind can make a big difference in how easily you drift off to sleep. So, how can you do this? There are plenty of simple techniques to try. Deep breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and then exhale slowly for 4 counts. Doing this a few times before bed can activate your body's relaxation response and help calm your nervous system. Progressive muscle relaxation. Starting with your feet, tense each muscle group for a few seconds, then release. Work your way up your body, all the way to your neck and shoulders. This helps release physical tension and signals to your body that it's time to relax. Meditation or guided imagery. Spend a few minutes practicing meditation or listening to a guided imagery session that helps you focus on something calm and peaceful. Apps like Calm or Headspace offer great options, and there are tons of free guided sessions available on YouTube as well. Gentle stretches, stretching your body before bed, helps relieve muscle tension and promotes relaxation. Focus on stretches that target areas where you tend to hold tension, such as your neck, shoulders, and lower back. By incorporating one or more of these techniques into your bedtime routine, you'll be signaling to your body that it's time to wind down, which will make it much easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. As we wrap up, I want to take a moment to remind you of just how important sleep is to your overall health. Good sleep is the foundation for a healthy mind and body, and it's something that we all deserve, no matter our age. When you prioritize your sleep habits, you're investing in more energy, better mood, and better overall health. Think of all the benefits: better cognitive function, improved memory, a stronger immune system, and a higher quality of life. With just a few small changes to your bedtime habits, you can transform your nights and your days into something much brighter. But it's not just about making these changes for the sake of sleep. It's about embracing a healthier lifestyle that supports your long-term well-being. You are worth the effort, and I know you can do it. Your journey to better sleep and better health starts right here, right now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which of these habits you're excited to implement into your own routine. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more tips, tricks, and advice on living your best life as a modern, unstoppable senior. Take charge of your sleep. Take charge of your health. And let's continue this journey together. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video.